What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Is Black America really prepared? Just questions. I saw the rallies that they were having between for the Confederate flag and all that, right? And it cracks me up as this: every time the KKK has a rally, the police protect the KKK. Now, every time my people, us black people, know the KKK has a rally, we act like we don't know that we're there arguing with the KKK. Well, I don't understand that. Like, I think that's just, um, I think that's a waste of time. You know, we know they hate us. Let them do it. See, when they have those old pictures, even with the civil rights times, they don't have people sitting there arguing with the KKK. The KKK used to have to come to us. Well, I ain't gonna say just them. The racist element of America used to come to us. We didn't go to see where they were at. They had to come see where we was at. They had to chase us down. They had to get up out of their house, drive all the way wherever they gotta go, and march together and say, "Hey, we hate you so much that we were talking about you so much that we got together as a group and we said, hey, you know what? I called all my friends to talk bad about these black people and to say I hate them. So now that we all in agreement, what are we gonna do? We're gonna drive across town and show them. Okay. Why the fuck are we going over there? We know they hate us. Like, seriously, arguing with arguing with racists, and those are the same races that the cops are protecting. If those racists will call you out of your name and talk crazy to you and tell you how bad they're gonna beat your ass, and they can take a step forward, two steps forward, and throw shit at you. The police, the police backs are to them. See, the police standing here, they're back there. They're watching you. They're not watching them. They're on their side. So are we really? I mean, what are we? Are we really prepared? Like I tell people all the time, are you? Do you have any guns? Do you actually buy bullets? Do you? I mean, you talking all this shit, about what's gonna happen and what might happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know this: if this powder keg explodes, I'm not gonna be one of them people just screaming in the streets while everybody else shooting, being a fucking target. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to bring this up about like, even the church in Charleston. You know, here's the thing: you, if somebody tried to steal a collection plate on Sunday, they get their ass shot. That should be the same for people that just, that should be the same for the outside community coming in your church. People need to have a watchful eye. Like, pass that, the same way people are watching you when they pass that plate around, they should be watching people to make sure people don't do no crazy shit. So are we really prepared? Because there's an element in this country that wants a war. And ultimately, I know they're prepared. They're out in the fucking woods doing maneuvers and shit and buying thousands of rounds of ammunition and shit and picking fights every chance they get. They're out here getting jobs, working for the law, purposely, fucking up people's lives, using their positions as a cover. They're working in banks, purposely not giving people loans and fucking them over, and yanking their, taking their mortgages out of their house and booting them out on the streets. They're doing all this shit purposely to piss people off to the point that this can blow up, and they go, yeah, we can finally kill them all like we really wanted to. So it's an obsession. They're obsessed with killing us, and they're not talking about. They're actually doing shit. They're actually picking these fights. They're picking these fights to have a fight, to create a war. And I mean, I understand if you constantly pick, and that's true in life. You constantly keep fucking with somebody, eventually they're gonna fight back. But us in Black America, are we ready to fight back? That's the question. Like, I mean, why are we sitting here talking and shit? Either you can separate. We can go with the flow of status quo, which is gonna get progressively worse. Ultimately, because people are not being racist and violent and you can't be vindictive. No, just mean spirited for nothing. They're not doing this for they're not doing this for nothing. Like, this is not because you know they just woke up in the morning and they're just like, I had a bad day. No, no. This is centuries of this behavior, and they're accustomed to picking fights, and they're accustomed to starting fights. They're accustomed to and they're accustomed to winning the fights that they start with other people, because they're accustomed to depriving people of the resources to fight back. You know, see, it's a reason why. Just look at the culture of hunting. You know, you're a man if you go shoot a fucking deer. But if you want to go shoot a lion, you need to be one lion, 3 trackers, 5 to 10 hunters, all armed for one lion in that lion's habitat. The lion wasn't fucking with y'all. Y'all went to fuck with the lion, and then the irony of it is, one of them lions kill one of the people. They're upset. How dare you kill my friend? The lion didn't wake up in the morning with intentions to bite a motherfucker's neck off, a hunter's neck off, who's from some country tens of thousands of miles away, some city tens of thousands of miles away. Like, that wasn't what the lion was thinking. But you, on the other hand, went to work, saved up your money, hopped on a plane, flew your ass to a safari, loaded up on guns, got all your friends together and said, we're going to go kill a lion today. But it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. But using that as the same example, to go through all of those steps, they're doing that for a reason. Now, for all people out here who are, God, no, God don't want no parts of this. God didn't create it like this. If you're scared, say you're scared. If you're scared, go to church, and you still get shot in church. So, at some point, do you want to stand up for yourself, or do you want to lay down? You make the choice, because obviously. But the thing about all this fucking talking, we need to have an honest conversation about race. What the fuck for? We need to call out all this racism. Why? It's not gonna. Do you actually think that if you sit down at a table and talk to somebody who is white about racism, it's gonna change the hundreds of years and the benefits that racism has brought that those people? Do you actually think they're gonna just say, you know what, we're wrong. Take all this money, move over there, take all these things, and live happily ever after. We're sorry. And if somewhere deep down in your heart that's what you believe, you fucking stupid. You really fucking stupid. I mean, my thing is, I mean, do what you have to do to prepare for the best and worst scenario. And to be able to do that, you have to live in reality. In conversations with people who hate you, to a fucking a waste of time. They're retarded. How much do you like? Shit comes out every fucking day to remind you, to remind us that we are hated in this country. How many reminders do you need? And why do you need to keep being reminded? Just get prepared for either separation, status quo, or I guess war. You know what I'm saying? Because prepare yourself for all of them. You know, and stop preparing for peace to come that has never came from in this scenario. This is not a peaceful nation. This is not a godly nation. This is not a loving nation. This no, no. Just live in reality, people. Seriously. Just get prepared for some. You know what? I don't care what you get prepared for, but get prepared for something. Stop acting like this shit is, you don't see what the fuck is going on around you and what happened to your parents, what's happening to your kids, what's happening to you, what's happening to your parents, what's happening to your grandparents, their parents, so on, so on, so on, so on. We should have more common sense than this. Peace.